you're shining. Know you're my diamond. You need reminding.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanienadia. If this is your first time coming across my channel, I live in the UK currently, and there have been some things that have been very different to what I'm used to. Some cultures I have gotten used to that initially were quite a shock. Okay, so today's video we're going to be doing a fun one. I'm going to be listing out some things that shocked me when I moved to the UK. I've been here for 7 or more months, and I'm still discovering things that shock me as I go. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and I don't want to just be sitting here and talking. So I'll be doing my current makeup routine. Yes, it hasn't changed, but I don't want to be like just sitting down. I want us to be doing something. So I'll be doing my makeup routine. Keep watching, make sure you're subscribing, like the video, leave me a comment on anything that shocks you too. Okay, so without saying too much, let's get into the video. Okay, if you're also in the UK, you just moved here, you've been here for a couple of days or months. I know September is a time that a lot of people move to the UK for work, for school. Just interact in the comment section below. Let me know which of these shocked you as well. I'm just going to quickly do my primer, and then we can get into the first culture shock. So just for some backstory before I get into the culture shocks, I'm Ghanaian, and up until I moved to the UK, I'd only lived in Ghana my whole life. I lived in China for 1 year, but that was for a year abroad. So I've lived in Ghana my whole life. So that is the culture I'm used to, and that is where I'm coming from when I say these things shocked me. Okay, the first culture shock, okay, is in Ghana. When someone says cook egg for me, we don't exactly take the word cook as like making it from raw to edible for the human body. We just think of cook as boil. Okay, so up until I came here, when someone says cook egg for me, unless they say fry egg for me, that's how I know I have to fry the egg. But if you say cook egg for me, in my head you mean boil egg for me. No. Okay, I realized this very recently. My brows is kind of the tough part of my makeup. So let me do my brows and then come back to you guys. I'm all done with my brows, so I'm going to move on to the rest of my face. I think this one, I've heard Nigerians also say the same thing, is you know how you'd say sorry when you're passing by and someone falls, or maybe something bad happens to someone and you say sorry. Over here, if you say sorry, it's your fault. I don't know how to say this. So when I came initially, like my friend would cough and I'd be like, oh sorry, like, or my friend would drop something, or somebody I know would drop something, like something will happen to somebody, like, oh I'm not feeling too good, I'm like, oh sorry, like they look at you like, why are you saying sorry? Why are you saying sorry? And I'm like, I'm just saying sorry because you're feeling bad. Or like, why are you saying sorry? It's not your fault. So if you say sorry, I think it's taking as maybe you're guilty, so you're saying sorry because you caused whatever happened. So unless you caused it, you don't say sorry to people that are sick, people that just fell, people that cough, people that drop something. You don't say sorry unless it's your fault. So you're supposed to just say, I think, are you alright? You alright? Or just say, ask them how they're feeling or something, like, yeah, but you don't say sorry when someone gets hurt over here. In my country, we eat sorry, okay? You fall down, sorry. You trip, sorry. Like, even strangers will tell you sorry. Here, like, people will be like, they'll literally look at you weird for saying sorry to somebody. Like, why are you saying sorry? Just ask them how they're doing, but sorry, you're guilty. That's why you're saying sorry. So if you are returning, I saw a TikTok of, I think, was it a Nigerian? She was returning something to a shop, and then like she sent it home and realized she had 2 of the thing. She was returning something to a shop. She bought something from, let's say, Primark, and then she sent it back, and then for causing inconvenience, typically as a Ghanaian or as an African, you'd say, I'm so sorry, I have to return this, sorry for any inconvenience. The store attendant was looking at her weird, like, did she do something to the dress? Why is she saying sorry? So in that moment, her saying sorry made her look guilty, that maybe she's worn the dress, that's why she was saying sorry. That's how she almost got in trouble for saying sorry here in the UK. Like, it's not something that typically happens, so you don't say sorry to people that get hurt. unless it's your fault. All you have to say is, how are you, like, are you okay, or maybe are you all right? But you don't say sorry to people that get hurt around you unless you caused it. The next thing, I think this one I've mentioned in the my life abroad video. Here, when you're getting off a bus, it's compulsory. I don't want to say compulsory, I don't want to use the word compulsory, but it's compulsory, out of respect, to say thank you to the bus driver. So there's nothing like a bus conductor, like a mate. No, over here it's just there are just buttons in the bus where you press to let them know you're getting off at the next stop. So there's no way of saying bus stop, I'm getting off here. No. And that whole thing of where Ghanaian, like, truck drivers or public bus drivers who like stop you anywhere around the road, unless it's a bus stop, the bus will not stop for you. So if you don't press it at where like you need to get off, before where you need to get off, and it passes, it will take you to the next bus stop. That could be 5 minutes away, it could be 2 minutes away. It doesn't just stop anywhere on the road, it only stops at where buses are supposed to stop. So the main thing I was talking about was the fact that you have to say thank you, like when you're getting off, and because the door is right opposite the bus driver. So when you're getting off, you say cheers or you say thank you. And that was something that it wasn't hard to do that one. But it was still a shock to me, because we don't do it where I come from. Like, the driver himself is busy, he can't wait for you to get off the bus so that you move. Do you get it? Because they want to go and get more customers. But here, like, when you get off, you say cheers, and then he'll also respond to you, or you say thank you. And it's done by everybody I know does it. Everybody I know. I haven't gotten on a bus and realized someone didn't do it. Like, everybody I know here in the UK does it, unless maybe the person was in a hurry to get, like, I haven't even experienced when someone got off a bus and didn't say thank you. Like, it's not a thing over here. When people get off buses, they say thank you to their bus drivers. Could never be where I'm coming from. Could never. Like, he's not even listening to you as you're getting off, because the bus, like, he wants to move, like, you're wasting his time. Sometimes you're not even out of the bus, the trotro is moving. It's now you want to turn and say thank you, they will throw you somewhere. So here, you will typically would say thank you when you get off a bus, but it's not the same where I come from. But I'll typically not use foundation, but this is a full face, so I'll use a little foundation on the perimeters of my face. I'll try to avoid the parts where I put concealer, because I don't want too much build up under my eye. That is where I need the makeup to really eat, because that's what really changes your makeup look. So I recently watched Mathoda Katube's video, and she says she doesn't use a lot of foundation on her forehead because it gives the vibe that you have a lot of makeup on. And I thought it was just me that does that, till she mentioned that, and I was like, oh, so it's actually a thing. So I hate doing a lot of foundation on my forehead, because it kind of leaves a line of demarcation at your hairline. So it's always best to not use at all and just use the residue on the brush over there. I don't know if it makes sense. Shirtless people, not women, mostly men. The amount of shirtless people I've seen this summer alone. I'm not anywhere along a beach. There is no sea in my city, but the amount of shirtless people I've seen this summer alone, like, you literally see someone driving in their car without a shirt on outside their house on the road. The heat here, see, up until 2 or 3 days ago, I hadn't really experienced the UK heat like that. But 2 days ago, it entered 30 degrees. See, our 30 degrees back home, jokes. I don't know if because I was used to jokes, okay? It's play we are playing. The sun was burning me, like, not burning, but like it could, like, on your skin is burning. The sun here, and the sun didn't come out the whole of the summer. We were just joking with 22 degrees, 23, then it will rain a little bit, it's chilly weather. It's now that we have entered September that we are entering fall that the sun wants to show teeth. Up until 2 days ago, I hadn't seen proper sun like that, because I was like, the sun here is not that bad. These people, they like exaggerating. Number of shirtless people you will see walking around in their cars, walking around in supermarkets. It's not like they brought the shirts and they are holding the shirts. No, he left the house with trousers and chest. I was so shocked. That one I had heard before, but I hadn't seen it before. But the amount of shirtless people I saw. I live by the roadside, so I see outside my window on the road. They'll literally be shirtless and have like a bag on the chest, on the skin. That means he's dressed, he's going where he's going to. So another thing that it took a lot of getting used to, in fact, I'll not even lie, I'm still not used to it. It's the way they tell time here in the UK. I don't know if it's the same in America, but you know the way you ask someone that what's the time, and they'll tell you 1/2 past. Oh, 1/2 past what? Like you ask the time, they'll be like quarter past. These people, it's like even after telling you the time, you have to do some calculations in your head. So it's mostly they'll say 4:15. Like they hardly even mention the quarter past the number. Like they'll tell you how many minutes passed. Like you get it. So I was wondering that if it's 58 past, what would they say? But I think that one they'll say almost 1. Like you ask for time and you will regret asking for time. Just check your phone, because the way these people tell time here is weird. Like it will confuse you if you're coming from somewhere like Ghana. It took a lot of getting used to. Like you'll be needing time to know how many minutes more you have, and they'll be giving approximately certain things. They'll tell you 1/4 past, 1/2 past. Say, So you guys know the way. We all know this, so no one should come in the comment section and be like, oh, maybe it's only my side of Ghana. It's everywhere in Ghana. Like from the parts of Ghana I experienced, I don't know about you people though, but if you're slim, you don't eat enough. If you're fat, you eat too much. Okay, so you have to be in between. You have to just look healthy. I don't think typical African parents believe in the fact that God can create you slim and you're slim. Even though it's not just African parents, people, like, it's the notion we've all grown up with that if you're fat, you eat too much. If you're slim, you don't eat. You have an eating disorder. You know the way you be slim and someone will be like, oh, I don't like they will always suggest tonics, like medicines for you to take to give you an appetite, like, and it's not exactly seen as sexy in Ghana if you're slim. Like the typical sexy lady will be someone who has a good bum on her, nice breasts. Like you can't be slim and be typically I know you can be someone's type, but that is not the accepted sexy. I don't know. Yeah, from where we come from, like sexy is like you have buttocks, you have boobs, you have a good shape. Like over here, when you're slim, you're fit, like you're sexy. And the people that call themselves fat in this UK, like people will be like, I'm so fat, I'm trying to lose some weight. Like, hey. Like the people that would typically call themselves fat in the UK are people that we would see as sexy where I'm coming from. Like you have a nice shape if you have that. Like if you have too big of a bum, you're not sexy. Slim, fit. I know currently like the BBL culture is becoming very widely accepted, but there's still that notion here in the UK that when you're skinny, you're just sexy, you're fit, like you're sexy, but like it's not like back home where somebody will be just a random stranger will see you and be like, oh, mini moja drobi, oh no, ma be fine, papa. Mini moja drobi, if you drink this medicine to make you fine, to make you gain weight, like what if I was suicidal? How? You know me for less than 5 minutes, you're already suggesting what to take to gain some weight. Sorry, but this is where I belong. I've tried everything to gain weight. I haven't actually tried everything, but I think I was born to be slim. Not everybody's born to look thick and be on the like look healthy. Typically what you would call healthy. Actually, that's the thing we would call healthy is not actually what is healthy, because if you're seen as slim, you're seen as not healthy from Ghana, where I'm coming from. But here, when you're slim, oh baby, you're the beauty standard, okay? You're beautiful. So if you know that you're in Ghana and people don't see you as beautiful, listen to me. I said you're sexy, you're beautiful, okay? In another culture, it's just the location you're in. In another culture, you're seen as the epitome of beauty, okay? I don't know what we were doing before liquid blushes were invented, but they were a game changer. I don't know how we were only using powder blushes, because you see the difference now. Like when I started doing when it started being a trend, I wasn't doing it much, but when I started doing it, it is what it is. Okay, liquid blush is whoever she thinks she is. I can't wait to get my hands on the Rare Beauty ones, but I haven't started buying makeup yet because I literally make sure I use all the makeup I have before I buy another one. Social media would not pressurize me. No. That's one thing social media can never pressurize me to get. Where I come from in Ghana, if you drink tap water, it's not healthy. And obviously it will have to do with the systems, to with the water passes through, that makes it like healthy for you to drink. But then I don't think it was something that was widely accepted in Ghana, like drinking tap water. Typically you drink pure water. Even the poor drinks pure water, but here, rich, poor, whatever you are, tap water is a normal thing to drink. Like typically at home, tap water is what you would drink. Tap water is what people drink. Tap water is what I drink. Back home, if I tell you I'm thirsty and you give me tap water, do you know who I am? You don't go and buy some Voltic or some Belapa for me, I'll throw you somewhere. Here, tap water is widely accepted. It's healthy to drink tap water. Not in some, I think maybe some people, it affects some people's stomachs badly, but generally tap water is what people drink here. Like there's nothing like pure water. There's bottled water, but there's nothing like pure water, like the one where you tear and drink. Because Ghana, whether you're below the poverty line, above the poverty line, we all drink pure water. Like tap water is not healthy, and I think it will stem primarily from the fact that maybe our tap water isn't healthy to drink. But I think I used to drink tap water sometimes and it never did anything to me, or maybe it's now coming to do something to me. But here, tap water is like what typically people would drink at home. There's nothing like pure water. If you are thirsty, you put cup under what tap and you drink it. Okay, you're going to be fine. Nothing will happen to you. Initially, when I came, I would go to Co-op or Tesco or one of those and then buy like their branded like bottles of water. Child, I had to live here for like just a month to realize that money can be used for something else. Tap water will not kill me because the Lord will take care of me. But then tap water is typically what people drink at home here. Even at restaurants, like tap water is what you be served unless you want sparkling, still those things. But then tap water is typically what you be served if you want water to drink. Yeah, so that was another thing that really shocked me, the fact that tap water is normal, and it doesn't mean that you are poor if you drink tap water. Everybody drinks tap water here. I don't remember the last time I heard someone like use their car horn since I stepped into the UK. From buses to cars to trains have horns. No, trains don't have horns. But typically people don't, the way you'll be walking in a car and car horns are normal. Like you won't hear it and be scared. Here, people don't use their car horns anyhow. People don't make use of their car horns over here. I've never heard someone use their car horn, and I promise I'm not even trying to be extra right now. Since I came here, I haven't heard a car horn, unless in movies, of course. But typically the way you would hear car horns, like if someone is crossing a road and they are not paying attention, to get their attention or to alert people, you do ping. Like there's traffic, there's a car that's slow, is being too slow, you do ping. Like here, people don't use their car horns like that. Like the cars have horns too, but they don't use it. I think maybe because of noise pollution or something, they must take it very seriously. I was in a car with someone, and like there was someone in front of us at the traffic lights and it was green, and I think the person in front of us hadn't seen it. So I was like use your car horn. Like nah, no, like they don't typically use it. Maybe because I don't think it's a personal thing, it's something that I've realized that I've not actually heard people use their car horns since I moved to the UK, and I'm so grateful for it because car horns will frustrate your life in Ghana. The car horns, that some people don't even use it because of noise pollution for important things on the road. That's how taxi drivers use quickly to say hi to their friends beside them. You see your friend in traffic and you want to get their attention. I'll use my car horn, you use your car horn. That's how you know that somebody's beside me that I know. Ping ping, and you turn. Is it horn or on? Or horn? I'm gone. Okay, if the H is a problem, mind your business. If you are new here, you should probably go and watch my vlogs to see if you hear car horns. Watch all of them and see if you hear car horns when I'm passing by the roadside. I think I like the way I'm looking. Next thing that, if not for the fact that summer came, I hadn't even realized, is the fact that people in the UK don't have ACs in their house. And when I say they don't have ACs in their house, their summer, when the sun says it's shining, the sun is shining, it's hot, and they don't have ACs in their house. Like typically, every house would have a warmer because they are. I think this is because of the fact that summer is such a short period. The period of time when they have sun is very short compared to the period of time when they have a cold weather. But it shocked me so much because typically I thought maybe the warmest in the rooms would emit cold air in the summer and emit hot air in the winter. No, people don't typically have ACs in their house like the way we have ceiling fans. In almost every home has a ceiling fan in Ghana, typically, because you know summer is our all year round. Our country is a summer. The country is always summer. Like there's nothing like winter in our country. But it still shocked me that like it's not a thing in other countries that like you'd have like a ceiling fan in your house. Except lights, there's nothing on the ceiling. So if it's hot, you have to open your windows, and the windows comes with insects and bees. So it's either you die of heat or you take fresh air with insects that will come into your house. You know, I'm going to take this very pink vibrant shade to lift up my face. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord. I'm so unserious, it's bad. I wasn't a fool. I don't know. I think it's the friends I associated with along the journeys in my life that made me a fool. And they know themselves. And they know themselves. This one really shocked me. You know, typically in Ghana, if you want to cross a road, you would watch here and cross, okay? Because your life is of importance to just you, not to the nation, not to the driver. It's of importance to just you. So you watch till cars are not coming and cross. Over here, there's a button at every road that is crossable by pedestrians. So if there's no button there, it means you're typically not supposed to be crossing the road there, and it's not safe. But then over here, anywhere you want to cross the road, there's a button. You press, it will be red, it will stop the cars, you pass, and then it will be green for the cars to pass again. And I was so shocked when I experienced this, because I was like, do they have people sitting at the traffic lights waiting to see pedestrians? Like, because it works so perfectly that the minute you're done crossing the road, it turns for the cars to go. So I don't know if there's someone watching you as you cross, or they just calculate the number of steps it will take to cross. But then there are people that are slower and it doesn't turn red on them when they are crossing. So I bet there are cameras, obviously. I don't know why I'm trying to understand how traffic lights work in the UK, but it shocked me so much. Like, all you have to do is press a button and the cars would stop. It might take a minute or two, but the cars will stop. Some drivers, let's be honest, okay? There are some things my country is good at, and there are things they are bad at. I'll say it. Where I come from, the zebra crossing, some drivers don't even pay attention to it. You stand at the zebra crossing and sleep. They'll keep passing, even though you're standing on the white thing. Unless you attempt to be dangerous and go in the middle of the road, and maybe they'll stop. But you don't want to use your life to do. Some drivers, it's not everybody that is driving on the streets of Accra that is okay in the mind. So you don't want to use your life to test. I heard this saying that some drivers, some church drivers, some bus drivers will be asking that, are you a zebra to be using zebra crossing? I miss Ghana so much. Like, some things are there, unless you've lived in Ghana, you never experience it in your life. How do you ask someone that? Like, I think it was a driver that asked someone that, because the person was on a zebra crossing and wanted to cross, and he didn't want to give the person away, and the person was like, but he's on a zebra crossing, are you a zebra? What would a zebra be doing on the street? The last thing that really shocked me was the fact that I don't think people in the UK see drinking as a sin that as a Christian you don't have to do, which is typically what, as Ghanaians, we see it as, like, if you're a Christian, you should abstain from alcohol, or acts that will make you, obviously, alcohol will make you, like, do stupid things, and you don't want to do something under the influence of alcohol, blah, blah, blah. But then over here, it's not seen as a sin to drink alcohol. Maybe to abuse it, but to drink alcohol is not seen as a sin. And you know how I found out? This story will blow your mind, okay? I was in church, a good Sunday morning, and obviously my pastor was preaching. A pastor from my church was preaching. He gave an example of a time where he was sitting at a bar with one of the other pastors in the church, and they were having a bottle of Guinness together and talking about. That's where I lost my train of thought. I was like, did everybody hear him? I was very fresh here. Did everybody hear him? Did I hear the pastor just say he was drinking Guinness with another pastor? To even make it worse, not alone, not with a non-believer, with another pastor. So after church, I asked my Nigerian friends that, they hear the pastor say that he was drinking Guinness. Is he allowed to say that while preaching? They're like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh wow, I see. Oh yeah, oh wow, I see. I was so shocked when he said that. I thought he had slipped up or something. Like, he just continued with the preaching like nothing has happened. I was so shocked. I was just like, did everybody hear what I just heard? Or it's only in my ears that I heard it? It wasn't just in my ears. It's totally normal to drink alcohol, even at church gatherings in the UK. Okay. Let me start my hair quickly and then I'll come end the video. Alright guys, so this brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was so fun filming it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If this was the first time seeing my face, make sure you're subscribing. Don't leave here without subscribing because we have fun on this channel. If you haven't seen this vlog, I'm going to link it up here and in the description box below. There are other videos in the description box that you can watch if you enjoyed my personality or loved this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.